Hello guys, and welcome to episode 14 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as the Pan-Asian Cooperative. And today we're going to be continuing by thinking about where we're going to attack next, or maybe even colonize next. We can see that the African Union, after taking iron and making off them in the last episode, we can see that they have produced another colony here, which I'm not sure quite where it's going to go, but I would presume further down here. And I'll probably set up around here, and then I'll have another settlement to take from them. Now, I really want to get rid of the African Union, and then I'll probably take it easy, I think. And we'll probably end up winning the game anyway in the meantime, because currently our research is doing really well. If we jump into the tech web, we can see that we are currently doing artificial intelligence to get swarm intelligence afterwards. We've already got nanotechnology after quick researching it in the last episode, and we then have to go towards, do we have to take artificial evolution? I'm not entirely sure. Let's just quickly check the objectives. So for the victories, if we go with transcendence, we need swarm intelligence and nanorobotics. So nanorobotics would be the next one that I will go for after the swarm intelligence is done. But that's all for now in this turn. You see a couple of our covert agents siphoned energy this turn, and our intrigue level in Chuyen has decreased. So that's fine, and our quest was complete, which gave us the extra energy from biofuel plants. Anyway, let's move on to the next turn and see what happens. We still need to move this battle suit on, so let's do just that. This Triton can continue exploring. And a couple of you have sort of talked about me using my colonies to tile over alien nests so that they become friendly. Now, up until this point, I didn't actually know that that was possible. I just assumed that by having an alien nest on the tile, you wouldn't be able to harvest the resources from it. But apparently you still can. So what I'll likely do at some point is put a colony over here somewhere. And there is two alien nests. There's one on this Xenomass and there's one on this Xenomass. Now I don't think I'll be able to get a colonist on this island because it will be too full of aliens. But I might be able to get one over here to, you know, sort of get this nest under my control. Let's continue moving this striker anyway, and then we can actually move on to the next turn. Now it looks like Brasilia is going to be my next big target, although technically I can come across and hit the Americans, although I don't exactly plan on doing so. I'm not sure how well our coup is going as well. We currently have one going on in Lokoya with the help of one of our agents. It looks like my Triton is being attacked by the sea monsters. He'll probably have to get out of there then. A gunboat of the Franco-Iberians was just attacked there. Okay. So let's upgrade this Triton, that's fine, and we shall move him on. Actually, we might just have to sleep him there so that he can get out alive, because at the moment he might get destroyed. Let's just make sure we kill off these aliens. I know people want me to be less aggressive towards the aliens, but in all honesty, it's actually pretty hard to do that at the moment, especially if I haven't pacified them. So let's fortify that unit in Gongren. Not sure why that wasn't fortified. In Tiangong, we can continue trading with Banu Musa. We need to choose a production for our settlement here at Tiangong. So we're going to create another miasmic condenser if I need to. Oh, I can't because I don't have enough petroleum. Okay, never mind then. We shall go with a nanopasture instead. We'll get this miasmic condenser. It can travel over here to iron and start dropping miasma everywhere. And that'll do. And it will actually start putting miasma in enemy territory as well, I believe. So that'll be good. And then these units will benefit from that should we go to war again. Now let's choose production in Gongren, which will be a gene smelter. I'm also going to add to the queue a thorium reactor, and actually I need to turn the production queue back on. Gene smelter first, then the thorium reactor, then we need to actually build old earth relics still, so we'll do that. We'll get an alien preserve and then the recycler. So we should probably build the recycler before the rest of it, because that gives us extra production. And that'll make the city much faster at producing those buildings. Now we do need to expand the borders of Gongren here. We don't actually have much population here though. So we need to kind of boost that, I think. I think as soon as I have the possibility to, I will start trading with Gongren just to boost its output a bit further. Our brawler here can move on to the hill. The Triton can continue exploring. And there we go, we've connected all the way up to the coast up here, so that's good. We can end the turn and watch the Franco-Iberians be destroyed by the cruiser of the Brazilians. Okay, because obviously they're still at war, so they brought the war all the way over to me. Liqueur, still doing well at defending there. We have noticed you deployed a satellite near our land. We'd like to ask you to stop. I'll deploy my satellites wherever I want. Thank you very much. Do you have to escalate that? Well, maybe. I don't mind. Oh, the sea monsters ain't happy with Brasilia. And I've discovered artificial intelligence.
Cognition in the human brain should not be of elevated status because it is implemented in cells instead of silicon.
So let's see if we can get this Markov Eclipse. Somebody might have already built it, but we can have a look in Tiangong, see if we can complete that. Yeah, I think somebody else has already got it. That's a shame. So we'll leave that for now. And move on to our unit orders. So this explorer needs to jump into Huan Li for a second to get his expedition modules, and then we can head down to this island here. I want to see what's going on. This trade vessel in Chuyen can trade with Gongren. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. So we'll do just that. We'll get this battle suit up a bit further. We'll fortify this brawler. And this Triton, he can head back to friendly territory to heal. The miasmic condenser in Nietin, that can choose a place to land, which will probably be across here maybe. Then we can spread the miasma all over Genelai. Not entirely sure if we want to do that. Like, there's no point in putting it all over my island over here, because we have all this terraforming, and terraforming can't exist in the same tile as miasma. So instead we'll probably just use it more tactically and spread it over Genelai. I think that's a good place to put it, so we'll do it just there. That's good. And then that'll help out the aliens, which are harassing Genelai at the moment. So that's all very well. Let's get the trade route from Nietin to head to probably iron. Although Huan Li still needs food and production, I would assume. So yeah, let's continue the food and production in Huan Li. Our money's good for now. We have lots of culture coming in, and we got plus 189 science per turn. Now let's actually check the progress of the covert ops. Liqueur has got 16 turns until we take it over. So as long as the Brazilians don't, finish off the Franco-Iberians in the meantime, we should have it for ourselves. And look at Krabros, they have so many tiles of algae here. That's ridiculous. Surprised it hasn't grown a lot quicker. So here we go. Brasilia continuing to make aggressive moves on the map. And Franco Iberia, well, attacking Ark's Xenoswarm here. That did 2 damage. Oh dear. This isn't looking good for Liqueur. Viper's now attacking. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Xenoswarm do the same. Yep, there we go. Oh man, that city's taking a beating. So let's choose the production in Chuyen. We'll make a surveillance web there, I would assume, because they're currently hitting that with covert ops. I'm not sure quite who it is, but someone is. And we're going to fortify this battle suit. We get the trade vessel from Nirten to head to La Labella. That's the previous route. Always got to make sure I check to see those stations on the bottom there, just in case there is any trade to be had there. Because if I forget, then these stations will eventually disappear if I stop trading with them. In some cases that might be a good thing, like especially at Bani Musa. It would free up this entire part of the island to be colonized by myself. So where's this Triton? Ah, it's the one up near Liqueur. Let's continue up with this Triton a bit further, I think. We'll check out the land up there. Aurora's having fun going around the ice caps. We've got this Striker now near Megan as well. Probably got him on land there, but never mind. I think again that's all done. Until we can really declare war again on the African Union, I don't think there is really going to be much to do. Let's just spread out these brawlers so we get the bonus, and we'll fortify there. It'd be good to see the miasma come down from the satellite. We should probably check out where this colonist is going. So they're continuously attacking Liqueur. Oh, some pack jets. Trying to kill off the Xenoswarm. We have noticed you spreading miasma near our lands. We'd like to ask you to stop. So not only am I putting satellites up near them, I'm also spreading miasma near them, and they're getting annoyed at that as well. I'll spread miasma wherever I want, thank you very much. And yeah, you probably do have to escalate that. Do you see how much that healed by? The Xenoswarm there. 50 healing. Oh, Liqueur is so dead. So dead. So the intrigue level in Chuyen has decreased to 0. That's perfectly fine. So we'll move out of there and we will put my agent in Genelai. That's all well and good. Looks like they've settled the new outpost here. So let's move on to the next turn. Continue exploring with the Tritons. I want to obviously get the Tritons back towards these cities before I actually make an attack. Like having a Triton in range of Genelai will be very useful to attack that. We can probably get 2 in range. Or maybe even 3, because this is obviously flat land. Not much to do again for this turn, so we'll just watch Brasilia probably take over Liqueur in this turn, possibly. Nope, not quite, so it's up to Ark. Ark will most definitely take that if they attack. Oh, never mind. Liqueur wiping out that Xenoswarm, but they have plenty more units to make use of. And with that attack, the Xenoswarm, there we go. Franco-Iberia is dead. And our coup has been aborted. Shame. So it looks like Franco-Iberia is completely dead. I would assume so, unless they have another city that I do not know about. So the first player completely destroyed, and not even by me. Well, that's the first. Anyway, let's get some more workers. We need to make sure that we continue to develop our lands. We'll get this Triton to actually head back towards the African Union now. I think we've explored enough. Get my striker into position. Explorers still finding new land. That's all very well. Nearly explored the whole map, although there's a massive chunk down here below the Americans that we haven't found out about yet. We'll continue moving on to the next turn. Oh, this unit is now in friendly waters, so we can fortify until healed. The African Union trying to take out this alien siege worm. I'm sure they're only making them more annoyed.
Pardon me, I may be able to assist you.
My agent's in Genelai, and we can choose an operation for him, which will be to establish a network. Choose a production in Tiangong, and we'll finally make this institute, I think, and we'll set this worker on automation. And we're at currently 0 health, so we have the 20% speed towards outpost growth, and no negative modifiers anymore, so that's really nice. As for a building in Ganzorig, we should probably head towards the network, and I'll also add to the queue here a laboratory. Get plenty of extra science from all that. We also need to think about creating mind stems everywhere, as they add 1 point per turn to the Transcendence Victory progress. We've already got Xeno Sanctuaries everywhere, so they also help, but the mind stems are just another part of that. So 3 turns until Swarm Intelligence is finished, and then we can move on to the final tech that we need. Our Explorer can get on land over here, see what's going on. We've got our other Explorer coming in from the opposite direction. And this might be a good forward base, like sort of island to take over if we want to instead attack the Russians. But the Russians are Harmony, so are the Americans. So if we stick by our friends, then the only target left after I've taken out the African Union is Brasilia. And I'm sure we can call in favours from, I think it's, is it the Russians I think I've got a favour with, to attack the Brazilians. I've got a couple of favours from the Brazilians though, so I'll have to make sure I use them before I go to war with them. Oh, that's another thing someone was asking about, how you use favours. Now, in this game, obviously you just jump into the diplomacy, and you can basically trade the favours for stuff. And let's just watch the African Union take a beating from the aliens. That's awesome. But yeah, if we jump into the diplomacy and start talking to the Brazilians,
Bienvenido.
we can deal with them
Fala despacio.
and we can spend favours. So we currently have 2 favours, and like I can ask for like energy per turn or even just straight energy. I can also ask for more Xenomass and petroleum. So if we spend like 1 favour, I can get extra Xenomass and petroleum. So I'll just do this as an example.
Disculpe.
Well, he doesn't want to do that. What about that? There we go. So we get 1 xenomass and we get 1 petroleum. That's going to help us build satellites. And yeah, there we go. Called in our favour. Got some resources. So let's choose the production in Chuyen. We don't have quite enough yet to get the miasmic condenser because it requires 3 petroleum. But I think after the other miasmic condensers come out of orbit, we get the petroleum back that we currently have. So that'll be good. Let's get a nanopasture in Chuyen. Might be worth building some more military units because I'm obviously going to be very close to going to war soon. Get this explorer on the move. We don't want to attack the wolf beetle there. Found the nest. That's fine. And if we can find a nice place to sort of settle on this island, then I might just do that. The only thing is, like, obviously if I settle and take over the alien nest here by putting a tile over it, surely the units on the island are just going to pose like an annoyance because they're getting in the way all the time. So my disagreements with Reginaldo de Alencar have become too much to bear. This is a situation that can only be resolved by force. Will you join me, friend? So this is tempting because obviously it's going to war with Brasilia. I've just called out one of my favours. I'm not sure if we retain the resources if we go to war, though, so I think if I was going to, I would have to say give us 10 turns to prepare because we need to get our units towards his borders. But at the moment, I'm going to say sorry, I have no interest because currently I'm preparing to go to war with the African Union. Let's just get the launch complex in Tiangong. It's fine. We can start producing the mine stem in Nitin. And quest decision. The observable universe. This planet is, geologically, quite different from Earth. In many ways, its natural effects are far more damaging than we anticipated. Luckily, this new observatory will give us the chance to learn more about our planet and bend that knowledge towards our favour. The question is, where should we direct our gaze? Towards the invisible neutrinous and waves of swirling unseen around us, or towards the celestial heavens which are still unfamiliar to our eyes? So we can go to micro scale observation, or we can go to macro scale observation. I think the extra 2 naval unit movement from observatories is much better. So that'll be cool. And we've got a unit needing orders. So we'll send him into range of Genelai. I'm actually going to move over a couple of units towards Genelai. We need to start producing another Centaur at some point. Although if we have both of the Tritons over here, we might not need a Centaur. I'll just bring over the battlesuit instead then. And we'll sleep the Triton on the border there. So the Explorer can continue his way. We'll get this trade vessel from Tiangong to continue heading to Megan. And we're at positive health again. That's awesome. Been a long time since that's happened. See, let's go into Megan quick. I want to see what buildings we have, because I know that the Africans did build some wonders. Yeah, we have master control here, okay. Which is +1 culture, and all workers receive the +1 movement. So we took that off the Africans when we took over that settlement there. So that's good. Move on to the next turn. It's funny how this battle suit carries the purity banner when I'm actually based on harmony. On that side you can see the attack jets attacking the aliens' drones. With swarm intelligence finishing this turn, be pretty awesome. Oh my lord, that Kraken just annihilated that cruiser. Let's get the Triton
Command
out of there.
decisions are not made on a single data point. They are the result of 1,000 data points crystallized in a single moment.
Let me go to the Bite-Geist Wonder. I think somebody already produced that.
It is to find cockroaches roaming on the floor. By our hands, life thrives where it has not existed before, and thus richness multiplies.
So we got level 11 harmony. Awesome. And we can now call the Worm Strike operation. That's awesome. I'm actually going to make use of that probably on the African Union if I can. The new upgrades are available as well. So we've got 2 upgrades to choose. Our brawlers can now be improved. Awesome. So, Marauder, what can we choose? Plus 30% when in miasma and attacking and defending, or we can get all terrain costs 1 movement, so they can move really, really effectively. Now, I'm not sure how often we're going to be in miasma, especially when we go over and attack the Brazilians, but it seems pretty useful. Yeah, let's just go with that. And we can now finally build Locusts, which are the upgrade from the Needle Jet. And for their upgrades, we will go with plus 30% against air units, I think. Right, let's continue the exploration with these explorers, although the aliens seem to have blocked my explorer's advance. So instead we'll send the explorer that way. This one can sort of try and head round the aliens. We need to choose something to research. So let's head towards the nanorobotics. We'll get the extra science from manufacturing improvements, and we'll get the extra harmony affinity, which will put us up to 12 harmony. Then we need to research 1 more tech towards harmony, and we can build the mind flower. So that'll be awesome. Currently, if we also look, we have 8 out of 23 towards the next level. So we might even get extra harmony, like an extra harmony level out of the blue from something else. Not entirely sure what, but it might happen. Anyway, in Krabrost, we need to start, I think, siphoning energy. We can siphon energy from Genelai, and Rylai can head to Thabo, I would assume. Yeah, that's probably the best place to go, and then we can see what's happening with the African Union's military. So our brawlers are now marauders, and they look badass. Get this striker over. So we'll probably just leave them there for this turn, unless we can move to there. Yeah, that's probably a decent place to put them. Our Triton over here can move all the way down. They have such good movement range now, it's ridiculous. The established network was complete, and the energy siphoned, so that was good. We have a total of 1,800 energy now. And I think in Iron, after it's completed the Gene Garden, I'll add a Centaur to the queue there. Unless we just buy the Centaur, but no, I think we can just get away with building it there. That's fine. And the battlesuit can continue moving over as well. And that's all. So we'll get another culture next turn, which will be good. our science has improved dramatically. It was 186, I think it was, last time I called it out. Now it's 315, that's ridiculous. But the culture developed. We can head towards possibly liquidity, seems pretty nice. The trade routes with stations grant +6 energy per station tier is also very nice, because we're currently trading with 3, so we would get like 18 times 3 in extra in terms of energy. +2 science from every academy improvement. Not quite sure what classes as an academy, but I think what I'm going to do is get alternative markets here. We'll get the extra free virtue and new covert agent once we get one more tech in this line. I think this networked data links would be a really nice one to get, the -40% science penalty from number of cities for new technologies, because then that'll boost our science even more, I think. Oh, we can produce the Bike Geist. It hasn't been completed. Okay, so we can go ahead and make that in Tiangong. That's cool. We shall get the battlesuit to fortify there. We've got the Triton. I think I'll move him into friendly territory this turn, and then we can heal that up. And then once that's finished, we can attack the African Union again. But let's choose a route for this trade vessel, which will be to continue trading with Near 10. And we'll fortify the striker. But that's it. And unfortunately, it has been my time. So, looks like next time we'll be attacking the African Union once again, probably finishing them off for good. So you got that to look forward to. But in the meantime, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.